what we're armoring and we're asking the Lagos state government to do is to tell us the veracity why Damola Adekola is not being tried under the same investigation, same victim. That is not making sense. Same police investigation. Why did they ask him to go? Is it because Damola Adekola knows the true age of the girl? But Damola Adekola, the court, he will clearly state, I am not dating or having sex with a minor. I am dating somebody who is an adult, which clearly will show the sentence given by Ijesha as fake, as unacceptable, and then compensations will have to be paid. And then, of course, maybe the allegation that one share on you for meji will come out through Damola Adekola. So we need to know the truth. There is no way and there is no sense in why Damola Adekola should be walking free. Baba Ijesha was not at any time found guilty of having sex with a foster daughter of Princess. Police investigation said they cannot find anything. The court said he is not guilty of having sex or using car key to have sex with the girl. He was only found guilty of sexual assault on a minor. And the only reason they said he was guilty was because it's not because he wasn't invited for a movie. It's not because he wasn't believed that he was invited for a movie, but because even when the girl consented, the girl is not up to 18. And that is why Baba Ijesha is appealing that, number one, there is nothing to prove the age of the girl. Number two, that was actually an ambush to cause him misfortune so that it can be sentenced. And then, of course, they actually changed the age of the girl. One form or any football age. That is not a just and right situation. And then these people that were screaming, that was shouting that they were fighting for the girl, that they needed that justice should be served, you later realize that they actually harbored and covered up. I want to bow almost gongo. In that ìjọba tó bá wá dájọ́ fún ẹni tí ó kọ̀ kí sọmọ tó fọwọ́ pọ̀ wọn lára tó ní kí yẹn máa lọ sẹ́wọ̀n tó wá ní ẹni tó bá ọmọ sùn tí wọ́n bá spam lára kí yẹn máa lọ free. Is that a just and right situation? So all these things are what we're asking as an NGO, that we will not fold our hands. We believe that everybody should have their day in court. Children are meant to be protected. Don't have sexual feelings for children. If you do, the law and the hands of the law will catch up with you and you pay severely. If a woman says no, do not rape women. Have self-control. Respect the sanctity that if a woman wants it, if you want it, it must be mutual. If either of you do not want it, no is no. Don't defame, don't blackmail, don't raise false alarm. If you raise false alarm, if you ambush somebody into misfortune, if you set anybody up illegally, if not except by law enforcement, you will pay, and you pay severely with prison terms. We don't want such in our society, and we believe that if we want to punish anybody, it should be natural crime, not crimes that you will arrange. You will even put, say, you will coerce somebody and say, just let him fall, seduce him. That is not a crime. That is actually an ambush to misfortune, which does not have propensity in law. Prerequisites for such actions are errored. It doesn't have propensity in law. And we must be able to educate ourselves that these things are not acceptable. If human rights are enforced and protected, you realize that a lot of wicked women, a lot of wicked men, predators, persecutors, all those oppressors, all this wickedness will reduce. Just the way science and technology has killed a lot of evils. Human rights and equal and human and equal rights, if they are enforced and protected, it will reduce a lot of wickedness, because there is no way you want to perpetrate an act of wickedness against anybody that you will not abuse human rights. And if it is properly investigated, you will be paying, and you will pay severely for your evil, for your bad mind, and for your determination to hurt somebody or to ambush them into misfortune. That is not a natural crime. If you are jubilating on that, if you have any dignity left in you, whether as a celebrity or as a media person or even as a fan or as a government official, if you have any dignity left in you and then you are honest, you are raised with the truth, then the concern that you have actually allowed Damola Adekola to be walking free should hurt your heart and make you do the right thing. Demand clearly from the police, demand clearly from Lagos State government, demand clearly from all these child rights activists, Princess, Yabo, Tong, ask them openly, why are you silent that a Damola Adekola who was arrested, who confessed, who was caught, is walking free? How dare you tell us that you are genuine, you are not selective? Then that is when you know that you have a dignity left in you and you can be trusted to speak genuinely and with honesty on issues that borders on safety and security of children and everybody in society. Whereby you know this truth and you see this germane question, and then you fold your arms and then you say, well, then you are a cause and you're a tragedy. You are not raised properly. You aren't actually fighting for the girl because Princess did not do anything initially. The guy was messing with the girl. It shows she is not interested in justice, in protection of the girl. That is why even after Baba Ijesha was arrested, Damola Adekola still went on to still sexually exploiting the girl. So it's either two things. It's either the girl is not that age, which of course they couldn't prove. They need to prove that she is 14. No birth certificate was submitted. No parent was there to testify where she was giving birth to. No medical test. How do we know this minor, as claimed, is actually 14? Because she's not an obvious child. They claim Baba Ijesha touched a 7-year-old, but they wanted to set him up. They set him up with a young girl who has features of an adult, who is having sex, who understands sex, who understands the right to left, and they ask her to play an acting role with the man, and then they called it crime. That, to me, I said, it doesn't have any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That is not the kind of system. That is not the kind of things we want our courts to do. We need to speak the truth, and we don't want to massage the ignorance of some terrible majority. We need to speak the truth. We need to let them understand that it is against my rights. You don't do that to me. It is abuse of my rights if you have to ambush me so that I can face misfortune. Don't do that to me. And then you pick up one's theory. It was this, it was that, where you don't even have evidence. And secondly, we need to understand that don't use children, don't use minor. If you ask a child, if you ask a minor to submit a body, it is assumed that if anybody is up to 18-year-old, they cannot make decision by themselves. So if you force, coerce, or you even brainwash a minor or a child to say, submit your body, I want to see. I don't believe you. I want to now believe you if he did it again. Let him rape you again. Let him molest you again. Let him sexually assault you. Then I will know he did it. If that child should do that, it's not because the child wants it or the child subscribed to that. It is because you abuse the right of the child to choice. And you know she's innocent. She cannot decide for herself. She relied on you for shelter, for food, for education, and then you forced that child to do that. That is abuse of the right of that child. And we will fight for the child in this contest and ensure she gets justice. And that is why we are calling for arrest of Princess Comedian, also known as Damilola Adekoya. She should be arrested and she should pay for her crime. She cannot run away. She ran away since 2021. That is not an excuse. If wherever you go, you can only hide, but you can't run. You must come back and pay for your crime. Lagos State does not encourage such. Lagos State is not a state where you use children as bait or specimen. It is not acceptable. It is not allowed. Lagos State is not a state whereby you set camera and you record abuse on children. That is child pornography. It is unacceptable. Lagos State is not a place where you engage thugs to torture somebody into saying what you want so that that person can actually be punished by the law. That is, you ambush somebody and you want them to face misfortune so that you can have your way on them and say, I promise you I will deal with you as a woman, and this is how a woman deals with you. You can only do that in a society where the law is not working, where people are not honest, where people don't believe in the rule of law, where people don't know their rights, and where people don't believe that the rule of law is sacrosanct. Nobody, no judge, no individual should rule on any case on their own volition. They must follow the law, and they must ensure that the rights of everybody is protected. In a society where that works, all this wickedness and all this threat, all this boasting, I am a woman, I will show you I'm a woman, is because you think the law is not going to work. There is no way you want to show you are a woman and then you will not be caught eventually. We are only interested in natural crimes. We want our courts, we want our system to punish natural crimes and not people that women will ambush into misfortune and they call it crime for us. We don't want that. We want genuine and honest society. In an event whereby you even go ahead and lie, you coerce, you block, because all the old mess up, it looks like a yak. She refused to submit to the CCTV that you actually implanted yourself so that you want to submit to police. You decided not to even provide it. They were now recording the parts they wanted, where the man was saying sorry, where he was touching the girl. What led to that? Police officers are supposed to extract the raw file, download it on their CD and watch. I can bet you police does not have access to the raw file. They don't have this primary and secondary evidence. The third evidence was the one that was recorded with phone by Princess and was given to the police. The police said, we do not have network. That is why I could not retrieve the CCTV. And then it's quite appalling. The statement, confessional statement by Ijesha was not written by him. It was written by the police officer. And Ijesha was forced to sign it because he is not lettered. They forced him to sign that, don't worry, we'll settle the matter, just sign and let's go. And then the man signed because that was a script that was already premeditated. And that was even the reason why Lagos State government took over the case and said, you wrote a confessional statement that you did this 7 years ago. So what is going on? You have a case to answer. It was during the court trial they got to know that, oh, it was not Ijesha that wrote the confessional statement. It was written by the police officer, which was a criminal offense. The police officer should be paying or should be sanctioned, but we hear nothing. That was why the judge ruled that, okay, trial within trial, I am not accepting that statement. And then they went on with the trial within trial. And then they started all over again. So all these things are human rights, are things that we need to know so that we can have a better society. It's a tricky one. It's not easy for an actor to delve into this. I have to put my life on the line, my career on the line, my reputation on the line, because I was going to be dealing with a lot of novice, people that think they know, a lot of people that are arrogant with ignorance. I know I'm going to be facing a lot of backlashes, but I have to put my life on the line. I say I need to forge ahead because it is not about me. It is about my society. So that when the justice system, the government gets to know that people are beginning to wise up, they will challenge, they know their rights, then every segment that should be well equipped will be well equipped. Every public officers that's supposed to do the right thing in their job, they will do. They will not just do wuru and say, well, investigation with the cockiri. Station. Confessional statement. It's so horrible. If you ask that, I don't want to talk. No comment. Can my lawyer come in? They say no. The lawyer come in, they chase the lawyer out. How long are we going to do that? They will force you to write what they want to hear. That is not the right thing. That is why majority of people are in that prison in Nigeria, and the consequences are coming back. So no matter how infinitesimal the abuse, no matter how infinitesimal the aberration, the violation by the police, no matter how infinitesimal the brutality, if it is investigated, then human rights must be protected. And that is our advocacy. That is what we stand for here in Break the Silence Foundation. We cannot do it alone. I cannot do it alone. I stick my neck out because I care about others. It's not because I am interested in saying, oh, a criminal should be allowed to walk free, or because I am supporting crime against children. They used all those analogies, all those premises to discredit me, to silence me, to gag me, to give. They thought I was going to back down. I am saying, I said, no, you can say all that for all I care. That is how you are raised. That is your background. That is who you are. They will go on comment section. They will write so many things. They ambushed me. They tried to lie against me. So many things came up to, to pull me down. So many arrows were thrown at me. My life was threatened. I was threatened with prison. I was threatened with career. I was threatened with suspension. I was threatened with so many things. People denied and betrayed me. But I said, no, I will keep fighting. I'm not going to get silent. I'm not scared. At the end of the day, we are going to die. But we need to understand the best way to make Nigeria work better is to contribute our quota into our Nigerian dream. So whatever it is your dream. How do you want Nigeria to look like in terms of human rights, child protection, water, electricity, hospitals, trees, forest reservation, anything that has to do with your dream? Look for an NGO. If you don't have an NGO to support, create an NGO, find like minds, create something, and then see how you can contribute to your quota. If you're living abroad and you're still of the opinion Nigeria cannot get better, but you are not contributing a dime to make Nigeria better. Àwọn òyìnbó ló tún dá owó fáwọn NGOs in Nigeria. Ẹ̀yin tí ẹni Nigeria gangan, you abandon the country. The only time you contribute to Nigeria is when you want to speak negative about the country. Nigeria yẹn ò lè dá mọ́. That is the only contribution you contribute. That is the only NGO you created. NGO to speak negative about Nigeria. No contribution. You stay on social media. You discuss on issues you don't even have an idea. We don't even allow for a proper investigation. That would not help the country. That would take us nowhere. And that is why I'm appealing. Please do all you can to support and to make the country work better. And trust me, we will get there in no time. Governments, they are not aliens. They are human beings like you and I. The more we continue to challenge them and let them know that we want fairness. If you're going to dabble into any case, let your officers investigate properly and according to the law. No matter how the society scream, the courts and the judges swore not to even be swayed by social media or public sentiment. They are going to be standing by the rule of law. Whatever the law says is what they will follow, because it is going to be dangerous, catastrophic to follow the noise outside of people that doesn't even investigate on the matter, and then it turns out to be that they are incarcerating somebody wrongfully, or instead of somebody that should spend 6 months, they actually give a person 60 years. The consequences will come on the society. It is abuse of the rights of the person. That is why, and that is what we stand for. We are here to protect and to fight and to advocate for human rights of every human being, even including visitors to Nigeria. We'll go on a musical break, and when we come back, we'll round up on this show. Thank you for listening. I'll be back shortly. Thank you so much, Advocacy. All right, don't forget, the AB World Tour is already ongoing. I'm presently in Maryland. If you want me to come and show my movie to you, send a DM, pick a day and time. Under 3 hours, we should be done. Arrival, seeing the movie, taking pictures, discussing 3 hours, we're done, and you have contributed. I'll be seeing you. You've contributed to my movie distribution. A lot of people will take movies to cinemas. I said no. I am bringing the cinema to your homes. So, Advocacy, I'm coming to London. I'll be arriving UK on the 22nd of July. So, and then on the 28th is the Manchester edition. But I'll be in London before Manchester. So, get ready. 22nd, I'll be in London. But on the 20th, I'll be in Canada. I'll be in Canada. I'll be in Canada. So 20th to on the 10th of June for Canada. So I'm going to be touring Canada as well. So it's love all through for my fans, respect for all my fans. I don't have a personality that I display on social media that I'm scared that if I get close to people, they will see they will see a difference in me. No, I mean I'll be very, very natural open book. Ológun yẹn ṣe pọ̀. Ohun tó wà nílẹ̀ orí ọ̀fẹ́ àti ògo tó wà nílẹ̀ ó pọ̀ débi pé wọ́n máa bù, wọ́n á bàdálù, wọ́n á ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Àṣìwà tó bá jọmọ yẹn lòmíì ni wọ́n ti gbàgbé ẹ̀ o. So don't go and copy me if you don't know my grace. Ó jìnnà síra wọn o. Ẹ rí i pé àwọn tá lè bù abùyá wọn míì àfẹ́lòmíì àlòrà wa fún wọn bí a ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Wọ́n tún wò pé gbogbo wọn ẹ jẹ́ ká tún mú sẹ́yìn kó wà lábẹ́ wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbógun tì wọ́n ṣe pọ̀ tó aláì ọlọ́run wa wọn mi rí wọn rárá, wọn ò jẹ́ nǹkan kan. Àwa ṣì ń bí happy à ń ṣe dáadáa nú ayé, we are happy because inú mi ọwọ́ mi rè funfun nẹ́nẹ́, mi ì ṣe bàjẹ́ síyàn. I can be very principled, I can be very blunt, but I don't do evil. I don't hurt people. I will take my stand and I will tell you that is my principle. And for you, if you mess up, go your way, I go my way. Right? If mental stress, you come off social media by immediate. So most of them now they believe if it's not social media friendship, it's not friendship. A boson, a bonus on social media, industry. I didn't start from social media. My fans, they've invested on me. They know who I am. They know what I stand for. I fought for children offline. I fought for many wives offline. I faced many DPOs, area commanders, on many issues that has to do with domestic violence, abuse on children. I have my dossier very, very clean and slick. All these people that are even shouting on social media, they've done nothing for children. They just want to tap into the euphoria and say, okay, they don't even understand what human rights is all about. They think human rights is when you just abuse government and then you abuse police. Human rights is far beyond that. Human rights is a constitution. You have to protect every part of the constitution. You are supposed to be raised to know that you should go to prisons, check up on inmates that are not well treated, inmates that are being incarcerated wrongfully, people that are being sentenced wrongfully. Go into their cases, dedicate your time, be humane enough, protect and preserve their rights. That is human right. That is a person that is building him or herself to become a core leader in terms of, human rights and stuff. Not just to stay on social media and then the next thing you do flyers. I want to become the governor. I want to become this stuff. You have done nothing for humanity. You have not risked yourself. You have not defend what is unpopular. Stick your neck out. Don't be looking for sheep campaigns. Look for tricky, sensitive issues to dabble into. When you pull through, that shows how rugged you can be when it comes to defending the Constitution and the rights of other people. When you say right, I want to the right of I believe they are already criminals. They are condemned. They've lost hope. Defend and look into their case and say, okay, what is going on? You're supposed to spend 6 months here. How come you're spending 16 years? Why is this person? Judge blind, don't worry. Judges are human beings. To sanitize the society. Once this thing got there, they will pick up some judges and they will put them in a place and say, okay, now let's go back to this judgment you made, this particular case. You saw this and it was presented to you. Why did you pretend you didn't see it? This would have given us a class. Is that not true? And then they say yes. So we need to understand the fact that we need to play a role. If you're not playing a role, the society can get better. It's not just you're going to leave it in the hands of politicians and then you just go and sit down, public officers. You need to play a role. You need to say, okay, Lara, what's more? 1,000 to this particular NGO that is talking about planting trees. I want a society whereby everywhere will be green, will plant trees, and contribute your quota to individuals that are trying to do something. If you're a young person, you're not employed, you don't have work, don't wait until they call you that, okay, we saw your letter. What are you naturally adept to. Then look into it. Is it adult teaching? Do you have skills in teaching adults? Create an evidence. Okay, in my community, do it. Use your social media and say, in my society, in my community, in Agege, I want to be doing free class. I don't mind if you can help me. I want to be, I'm unemployed, but while I'm not employed, I want to be spending my time to teach adults. I have skill in so and so in National College of Education. I want to be training even touts. I want to be doing evening classes, 8 to 10 in the night. But I need resources. I need to buy generator. I need to also buy blackboard. I want to be teaching them, and I want to be going to meet them in the afternoon and say, come, free of charge. I have education. So in your education, you teach them mathematics, English, and then you teach them civic, social responsibilities, and human rights, as well as law. So when you take all these touts off the street and then you teach them at night, tomorrow all of them can come back and say, come and lead us. Come and be the honorable member. Come and be the council chairman. If young people can start creating opportunity like that for themselves, that is employment. These are things you can support. And if education in society, if you do that, it gets better. So those are the things that we're talking about. So guys, please let us continue to do all we can. Sorry about the noise. All right, it's time. I have to go now. It's 1 minute past 6 p.m. It's already 2 hours on this show. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for contributing your quota. Thank you for supporting Break the Silence Foundation. Thank you for supporting your BFAVE. Thank you for watching my movies. Don't forget, I'm on tour with my latest movie, Placenta. So guys, show love, show support, send DM, book, and then I'll be showing the movie to you at the comfort of your home or wherever you choose, with either your friends. You can bring your friends together and say, okay, let's host your FABE. So host me, and then I'll show you my movie, and then we have a lot of interactive session. Until I come your way again on Tuesday, I remain yours sincerely, your MFABE.